Kali Linux is not the only Linux distro with a bunch of information security tools installed. We also have ParrotOS, BlackArch, but we could as well use, I don't know, Debian and install all the tools that we need, or even Arch. Kali Linux is the most well-known and allows us to just import a virtual machine and have it ready to go. So that's what we'll do in this video. We'll install Kali Linux very fast, and we'll also go over all of the tools that are available there to give you an overview of what's actually there. So let's start. If you want to try them out, you could also follow the same steps to download ParrotOS, which was developed by an Italian dude, by the way, from Sicily. Very nice, but it uses the Mate desktop environment, which I don't like very much. Well, at this point, I'm not using Kali at all. I use Arch, and I install the BlackArch repos directly on my Arch machine with Hyperland, which is a particular desktop environment, highly customizable desktop environment that we'll see in a couple of months. There's also BlackArch, but you'll need to be kind of an advanced Linux user because it's a little bit different from the other Debian-derived distros like Kali is. So in this video, we'll download and use Kali because I'm taking for granted that you know that you're not very experienced. So we'll download the virtual machine, the VirtualBox one. I've already taught you how to install and use VirtualBox in the previous video where we installed Linux Mint. This will be quite similar, but this time around we will import a Nova file rather than adding a new machine. So we click on torrent, and I already also told you how torrent files work in the previous video, so watch that. Then download it. I've already done so, and then you'll find it here in the downloads. Open the destination folder, extract it. You'll have to use WinRAR for this, or 7-zip, I guess. I think 7-zip might work. Okay, it's finally extracted it. So no, it's not a Nova, so we'll have to add a machine. I was wrong. It used to be a Nova, if I'm not mistaken. So we click on add, right? If it had been a Nova file, we would have clicked on import instead. So we click on add, go to downloads, torrent, Kali Linux. There it is. And it's basically ready to go. I call it Kali Linux 2025.2. Okay, they're both bidirectional. Description, you'll find the username and password to log in. I'll give it a little more of this. The memory 128, or it's not going to expand full screen to match the host resolution. As for network, we'll give it bridged, like I've already mentioned in the past videos. Otherwise, the two machines, the host and the virtual machine, will not be able to communicate effectively at all between each other. Click on OK, launch it. Right Ctrl F to commute to full screen. Okay, if you don't have an English keyboard, you'll have to set it to your own. Just look for keyboard, then go on layout. Disable use system defaults, add the new keyboard layout. I'll choose Italian, of course. Remove English, close. And now it works. I can use special characters and symbols. You don't have to do this. Do this just because so you can read a little bit better on screen. 20 seems good. Okay. Okay, the first thing that you have to do, update the repos so that you'll have the latest version of all of the packages that you'll download from the repositories. Okay. I want to show you what's been introduced in the past few years in Kali. There's this mode for Kali that's called Kali Undercover mode that basically turns the entire desktop environment so that it looks like Windows 10. How cool is that? This time around, they didn't add the usual Windows wallpaper. Probably Microsoft sent them an email. Probably the Microsoft lawyers sent them an email about that. Okay, let's go over the Kali penetration testing tools that are available on the system. If you see here, they're actually divided in categories. Almost each of these correspond to a phase in penetration testing. So you'll see a reconnaissance to get more information on the targets. Could be devices or web applications. Open source intelligence tools like this one, this other one, Maltego and ReconNG, and Map, the famous network scanner. It's also being used in The Matrix, the movie. Resource development to create payloads, I guess, like MSF Venom. This is a reverse engineering tool. Many of these will be terminal based, like this one, but they're neatly organized. Initial access, the Metasploit framework, of course, which is an exploitation framework. Persistence, privilege escalation, defense evasion, discovery. There are many tools. All of these will have to be studied deeply. That's what this channel is all about. There are many tools that deserve their own videos because they can get quite complicated. Well, not all of them, but they require a little bit of explanation on how they work and why they're used. For example, Metasploit is a framework containing all of the exploit to hack more or less automatically vulnerable services, or software like the Burp Suite, which is a proxy dedicated to exploitation of web application or API vulnerabilities. Anything HTTP protocol related, really. I have developed courses for both. If you want to start studying them immediately, the link is in the description, as always. Thanks for watching the video. See you very soon. Ciao.